am back.
Scrooge then made his way upstairs. But he did do a few routine checks. He checked his bedroom. He checked the dining room. He checked the living room. Nothing weird, nobody there. He then checked his objects. He checked his wardrobe. He checked under the bed. In his chair, and there was nothing to be seen. Scrooge then scrambled into his nightgown, ready for bed. Scrooge didn't really think of anything much more about the evening, never thinking that anything else would occur. So Scrooge then sat back down in his chair, where he belonged, where he would spend most of the evening. Sometimes he'd fall asleep in his chair, which is what he did tonight. But there was something really weird in the air. Something strange, something different. Scrooge chose to ignore it. I think it's due to the fact that his senses were probably immune to the fact of believing anything that wasn't proven. Scrooge wandered in to his living room, into his chair, where he would check his bills. He would do it every single evening, and tonight was no different. As he sat in his chair, he threw his head back and noticed a few bells. Now these bells, were from somewhere in this house that Scrooge had never ever known. And he never really thought to investigate, he just chose them. But this one night, they began to ring, all starting together. Scrooge woke with a bit of a fright. But then, after 30 seconds, a minute, they went off. But Scrooge's ears were now awakened to the room around him, and he began to hear some footsteps. Some footsteps coming from the cellar below him. Now nobody ever went into this cellar. It was a dark and dangerous cellar. And he could hear the footsteps getting nearer and nearer and nearer, and chains rattling. And now Scrooge knew that it was said the ghost carried chains around him. And he could hear it. And he could sense that it was closer and closer to the door. Closer to the door that Scrooge was there. Scrooge, although being very, very scared at this minute, didn't believe it.
Come back still, I shan't believe it.
The door began to rattle. The doors flew open. And there stood the ghost of Jacob Marley.
Jacob Marley. Can you sit down, Jacob?
I can.
Do it then.
You don't believe in me, do you?
I do not.
What evidence would you have of my reality, other than your senses?
I don't know, Jacob.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. Slight disorder of the stomach makes them fools. You might be an undigested bit of beef, a glutton mustard, a smudge of gravy. Ha ha! There's more gravy than grave on you, my friend. Ah! No, Jacob, mercy!
life. I forged it link by link and yard by yard. I wear these coiled on my own free will, on my own free will I will wear them. Would you know the weight and length of your own coil in life? My chain is as long as 7 Christmas years ago. It is a ponderous chain.
You must have been very slow about it.
Slow?
7 years gone and travelling all that time.
And all 7 years I have suffered. Hear me, my time is nearly gone.
Oh, please, speak mercy unto me, Jacob. Please give me mercy, please.
I have none to give. I cannot rest, I cannot stay. My spirit never walked beyond our money-changing hole, and weary days lie before me.
Do you bring salvation, Jacob? Do you bring help for me?
No, none.
What message could you possibly have? What meaning is this?
I am here to warn you that you have a hope and a chance of not having my fate.
Oh. Well, you're very kind. Thank you, Jacob Hallelujah.
Wanted by 3 spirits.
I think I'd rather not.
Without them, you cannot shun the path I tread. Except the first one, when the bell tolls 1.
Couldn't I take the water bottles and just hand it?
Except the second one, at the same hour, and the third, on the next night at the same hour. Mark me, they will come, and they will haunt you.
But Jacob, there must be some other message, anything.
There is
Any
none.
clues?
There is none. Just remember what has passed between us.
Scrooge then hugged his chair like his oldest companion, as a chill swept through the room. Scrooge knew that night that he was going to be haunted. When all softened, Scrooge allowed himself the luxury of a glance upwards. He examined the door that the ghost left by. And it was locked, double locked as Scrooge had done it himself. Given the lateness of the hour, much needed response, he went straight to bed without undressing. He fell asleep upon his chair. Scrooge had quite enough of ghosts for one night. And then the curtains of his windows were drawn aside, and Scrooge started up in a half-recumbent attitude, found himself face to face with an unearthly visitor who drew them in. He was a strange figure, like a child, yet not so much like a child as like an old woman, viewed through some supernatural medium, which gave him the appearance of having receded from the view, being diminished to a child's proportions. The arms were very long, the hands the same, as if it were to hold some uncommon strength. His legs and feet, more delicately formed, were like the uppermost members bare.
Are you the spirit whose warning I was foretold?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past.
No, your past, your welfare.
Scrooge thought himself much obliged, but could not help thinking that a night of unbroken rest could have gone amiss. The spirit must have heard him thinking, for he said immediately,
Your reclamation, then.
Oh.
Take heed. Rise and walk with me.
Now it would have been vain for Scrooge to say, no, now's not a good time. Now's not the hour, it's not really fit for the weather. That bed was warm and the thermometer was way below freezing. But he clasped his slippers, dressing gown, and he had a cold upon him at the time.
Help, I'm cold by the stain. No anticipate.
The gas, though gentle as a woman's hand, was not resistant. He rose and finding that the spirit was making towards the window. He clasped his robe in supplication.
I'm awful. I'm liable to fall. I can't
There,
possibly.
with the touch of my hand, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
As the words were spoken, they passed through the wall and stood upon an open country road with fields on either hand. The city had entirely vanished. Not a vestige of it was to be seen. The darkness and the mist had vanished with it, for it was a clear, cold, winter day with snow upon the ground.
I remember this place. I was a boy here. I grew up here.
Now he was conscious of 1,000 memories floating through the air. Each one made him happy or sad or excited. They were all long forgotten.
Your lip is trembling. And what is that upon your cheek? You recollect the way.
Remember it, my dear. I could walk it right bold.
Strange to have forgotten it for so many years.